And I'm here from the Nagual zone. Welcome. Today, what if I told you that you can release surprisingly huge amounts of trapped energy from your system if you just stop doing this one thing? And it really is true. Stop this one habit that you have acquired, and all of us have it. Every single one of us has it. But if you stop this one thing, I promise you, you will have released such big caches of trapped energy within you that you can then deploy that available energy into more gainful pursuits and means in your life. Hopefully, means that a trained warrior can make use of to go towards freedom. Now, that habit that I'm talking about is indicated by the word O. Stands for objection. Objection. Stop objecting to everything in your life. Stop this habit completely. Cut its head, tape its lips, cut off its head, and burn the whole thing. Never to be experienced in your life again. Stop having objections in your life to everything. Now, here's the problem with objections. We are usually very aware of the bigger problems we have and how we should be non-resistant and this and that and all the saintly stuff. But the little irritations, the little objections, that incense that they're burning downstairs, doesn't smell nice. Yeah, well, what is it to you? What, is it going to kill you? What are you going to do? You just expended a surprising amount of energy that you don't realize how big an expenditure that was on that minor irritation, that little objection you had. Oh, the ambulance passed by on the road and it was so loud. You have an objection to that. You just expended a lot of energy. We don't realize how big these little irritations actually cost us. Walking down the street, there's an objection. Someone is shouting loudly about Jesus and how everyone's going to hell, whatever. Jesus freaks, right? I have an objection. Oh, these people. It doesn't hurt those people. It doesn't do anything to your environment, but it definitely costs you. And then you go to sleep and you complain, I've got insomnia. And then you complain, I can't sleep. Blah, blah, blah. You know why you can't sleep? You know why you've got all these problems? You got stomach problems, you got IBS, and you got this BS and that BS and all sorts of BS in your life. Because you have objections. Everything, I can't eat nuts, I've got an objection to them. I can't drink milk, I've got an objection. Plastic, I've got an objection. Earth is going to shit, I've got an objection to that. Trump, I've got an objection. Oh, Walmarts, I'm too spiritual from I think it's called Walmart, isn't it? I've got an objection. I've got an objection. You're just a bundle of walking objections. Do you know what they're called, these so-called allergies? And by the way, if you fancy yourself to be such a big shot warrior, what are you doing? What are allergies doing in your body? Think about that. So, objections. Allergies are just objections to our environment. Stop this habit. Stop objecting to everything in your environment constantly. In fact, by the time the average man is 30 years old, they're a walking bundle of objections and negative opinions about most things. The only positive opinions and non-objectionable things that we retain by that age are those things that pay us money. And even then we curse them. We still have objection. Because it's never enough, is it? It's never enough. So how about this? This week, I want you to really, really exercise not objecting to anything in your life. not objecting to anything in your environment. Stop the objection. Now, here's the problem with stopping the objection. You're not to start condoning either. If you see something that is manifestly wrong, inaccurate, non-true, dishonest, within yourself, others, or your environment, you don't have to condone it because you're on this non-objecting trip. That's not it either. We missed the boat again. Yeah? So we all know what this is pointing towards. We all know that. But what we do is we persist in these habits because it makes our self-importance feel good. It makes us feel good on all the wrong levels, just like sugar. When we eat lots of sugar, why do fat people eat so much sugar? Do you know why? Because it makes them feel good. Temporarily. They're stuffing down their objections. They're stuffing their objections with chocolate and all these other things. Instead, I want you to start being aware of your objections and stop indulging in them. There's no other cure. You don't have to go to workshops. You don't have to do hundreds of magical passes. Magical passes. You know my opinion on those now. And you don't have to do any magic tricks and miraculous things. Stop indulging in your objections and see what a change it makes in you. See how it changes other people's experience of you, therefore your experience of other people, right? See how it changes your level of happiness, because happiness is a strategic resource for the warrior. It's got nothing to do with being happy. The warrior doesn't give a shit whether he's happy or not. But happiness is a strategic treasure, a strategic resource that the warrior carefully cultivates, right? The warrior carefully cultivates happiness as a strategic resource to be harvested at will, to give him endless amounts of energy. And I mean true happiness, true contentment, true tranquility, which only comes when we are accomplished in two things. Being expert hunters of our own self-importance, and you can even rephrase that to becoming an expert hunter of your own objections to your environment, and a vast acquired pool of inner silence. With these two things in place, happiness can be built upon. True happiness can be built upon. So this coming week, get hyper aware. They will come quick and fast, and you will be surprised how much you object constantly to everything, right? There's the rare human being who's attained the spiritual state. The rest of us, we have to work at it. So start working, and you will be amazed at how quickly your awareness grows, how you start knowing yourself, and also a third advantage that will start emerging is that you will start getting in touch with your true predilections, not what others have convinced you should like and dislike, what you think you should like and dislike according to our worthless opinions. We behave like that, but our true predilections, the inner, because objections become a screen to our true self, our true currents. If I'm constantly objecting, all my energy is going there. I'm not accomplishing anything in my life. Take away the value of what I'm saying today. This is a little tip that goes a long way towards huge gains. You won't believe it. Stop it for a year, stop it for 2 years, and you will be amazed at how fluid you become as a warrior. And here's the thing. You cannot become or claim to have any handle, even 0.1% handle on stalking if you haven't stopped objecting. I'm listening to someone spout forth their political beliefs or their religious beliefs or whatever else that I don't agree with. But if I'm objecting in here, I'm not stalking them, am I? Now think about it. If I'm listening to object, if I'm listening to counter their point with my own opinion, both opinions are worthless anyway. But you see how that works? I'm not stalking. I may think I am, and because I've read books and I've done all, I may think I am, but I'm not actually, in real life, I'm not stalking. I've stopped stalking and I'm simply behaving like an average man does, with no idea of what stalking really is. So I want you two guys to start with the basics. Stop objecting to your environment and verify for yourself all the benefits that I've laid out today. Verify for yourself that they are really true. 1 week, practice it, and let's hear from you next week in the comments how you did. Get hyper aware, develop the eye of the tiger when it comes to yourself and your own responses, and let's see how you do. I have great trust and faith in you. You are here watching this because you're hungry. You want to evolve, you want to change, you want to become better. Here's a great little way to start on that path, and it'll give you amazing gains. Till next time, stay connected and walk in freedom. I'll see you next week. Bye for now.